Well, hello friends, welcome back to the shop. Today is Sunday, August 13th, and I'm hoping that the microphone I'm using is going to compensate a bit for the pipe hum that I've got here in the shop this morning. Still haven't figured out the source of this, and it's a bit of a puzzle. I've had a couple people in to look at it. Clearly there's water moving in a turbulent fashion through something, but we just haven't been able to hunt it down yet. So anyway, I apologize for the whining sound in the background, and I'm hoping that the microphone at least lets you hear me better than you can hear the whine. So it's a nice Sunday morning here. I'm having some 8 o'clock coffee, which is not the best coffee in the world, but it's coffee, and it's consistent, and that's all that I want. So I'm not smoking today. Not smoking anything, and there's a reason for that. I had, and also I need to apologize for not making any appearances last week. You'll maybe have noticed that I wasn't around. I don't know, maybe you didn't notice at all. But I did not do a shop video last week, and I did not do a weekend chat. And the reason for the lack of a shop video is that I just honestly haven't had time to start a new project, and I don't currently have anything on the bench that I think is unique enough or interesting enough that I want to go to the trouble of making a video. You know, the videos take time, so I want to make sure that there's something worth watching in order to invest that time. Of course, the pipes are always worth saving. It's always worth doing the repair and the restoration work, but it's not, you know, there's only so many times you can watch me sand a stem before you don't want to watch me do anything anymore. So I just need to balance that out. So that's why there was no shop video, and probably will not be, maybe for a few more weeks actually, because I don't have anything planned at this point. The reason for the weekend chat was that I got a bit sidetracked last weekend with an interesting little problem, and everything is absolutely fine. All are well, but had a little bit of a, I guess you would call it a medical scare. It really wasn't that frightening or anything, but turns out one of the medications that I'm taking, and for those of you that have been following me for a while know that I went through some health issues last year, and I'm doing really well from that. But one of the medications I'm taking, it turns out, makes me prone to blood clotting, and so this is something they watch for. And last Saturday I had a routine scan, and sure enough they found a blood clot. So this led to all sorts of shenanigans. You know, with it being the weekend, no doctors that knew my case were around, and anyway, long story short, I'm fine, but this medication that's increasing the risk of blood clotting is something that I have to take for 5 years. So I'm almost done the first year of that 5, so that's good, but I have to continue this for another 4 years. And in order to do that, since it's now evident that I am going to have these clotting issues, I have to take blood thinners for the duration of that 4+ years. And you know, that's not fun. There's certainly are risks associated with that and everything, but you know, there are worse things that could happen. So overall I continue to feel very blessed and very fortunate for what I have. Now the other problem is that you may or may not know that a major risk for blood clotting is smoking. And it's not just, you know, a lot of the risks of smoking, you can say, well, that's a cigarette thing, you know, the tar and the nicotine, the tars and things like that come along in the smoke, in addition to the nicotine, are much worse in a cigarette, and you're inhaling it into your lungs and so on. So yeah, a lot of the risks of smoking in general are cigarette-related risks. However, the blood clotting risk is not. It is related to nicotine, and you know, nicotine is a vasoconstrictor, so it causes your your veins and arteries to squeeze down, and that's going to increase the risk that something's going to stick. And it also, for reasons that I don't think are fully understood, causes the blood to be just a little bit more prone to coagulate. So, if you're prone to these sorts of things, smoking is not a good idea. Now, I will say that I have not had a doctor tell me that yet. I'm predicting that my cardiologist will tell me that, because my cardiologist has been warning me about the evils of smoking for many years now, and we've sort of struck a compromise on those points, and now we're going to have to renegotiate our stance. But what I did was I unilaterally decided that since this is really a serious thing, I don't want to screw around with it. So I decided to cut way back on my smoking. I'm currently thinking that I'm probably going to allow myself to have a pipe or cigar once a week. And it's fine. I've never had an addiction thing. I've never craved nicotine. So I stopped last Saturday and didn't touch a pipe or cigar until actually yesterday afternoon. I decided to have a cigar, and that was nice. The little delayed gratification. It always enhances the pleasure. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing, and maybe I'll time some of those so that I can enjoy a pipe with you guys while I make one of these videos, or a cigar for that matter. Or maybe I won't, and we'll just have to chat about things without me smoking, and that should be okay too. Because let's face it, most of the time I'm not talking about what I'm smoking. I'm talking about something completely unrelated. And sorry, phone's not turned off. And I've got a couple of ideas for chats coming up that don't necessarily involve me talking about tobacco, but I've had some suggestions from some comments recently about things that may be of interest to talk about, related to pipes and pipe collecting, pipe restoration, things like that. So we're not going to run out of content anytime soon, and if nothing else, I always enjoy just spending a little bit of time with you guys on the weekend. So if worse comes to worse, I'll just come down in the basement, turn on the camera, and talk to myself about whatever comes into my head. And if you don't like that, you can move on anytime. All right, folks. So let's see. I already told you that in terms of shop updates, that there really is nothing exciting going on right now. I've got a few jobs on the bench that are sort of routine things that I'm working on, stem replacement and some cleaning up of some older pipes and things like that, but nothing really exciting. The pre-Republic era Peterson series finished up, I guess it was 2 Wednesdays ago now, and that had really great response from all of you guys. I really appreciate all the kind words and nice comments that you had on that. I was quite pleased with the way it turned out, and I heard from John the day he got it. He actually sent me some pictures of himself smoking the pipe for the first time, and that just made my day, because to see something like that come back to life just on my bench is an incredible privilege. But then to get to actually see the first time it's smoked in such a long time, boy, that just thrilled me. So I was really happy to see that. So thank you for that, John, and thank you all who watched that series and commented on it. I really enjoyed working on that pipe. So, but for the near future, I'm going to be working on some simpler things, things that won't take me so long and won't involve so much detailed work. And we'll just see how that goes. So, next few weeks, I'm just going to be taking it easy. I've got a clean bill of health. I basically was told that I can do whatever I want. There's no restrictions, anything like that. But I'm just going to give the blood thinners time to do their job, and try not to cut myself shaving and things like that. And I'll be popping in on the weekends to talk to you all, and I'll certainly be looking forward to seeing any of your videos that you guys post, or getting any comments or emails, or however you guys want to get in touch. I always enjoy interacting with all of you out there in the YTPC. So with that, I will draw this video to a close. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend, and wish you all the best in the week ahead. So until next time we speak, I will look forward to talking to you all again very soon. Goodbye now.